What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the one and only Jody Dion, and welcome to another Out from the Side of My Neck short. It's a Sunday morning. I'm outside of Target, 6:40 in the morning, doing my little hobby I do on Sundays. Out here diecast collecting, but that's neither here nor there. I'll come to you today with my quick thoughts on the whole Metroid Prime 4 Amiibo controversy. Is it one? Is it not one? I don't know. My thoughts, I have two thoughts on the situation. One, if you're a type of person who feel like you need that music, whatever it is in that area, and you feel like Nintendo has cheated you by locking the feature behind an amiibo, you know, you have every right to believe to feel that way. If you're a person who don't really care because you feel like the music in these 3D type realism games are not the same quality as your typical old school 2D games or other like Japanese games, where they really are built in the old school design of like a stage theme music, and you don't really care, go right ahead. Nothing wrong with that. Me personally, I haven't got to that area yet because I haven't played the game yet. Been too busy. But I've never really been too much of a fan of certain games when it comes to their music, especially in this 3D era that try to go for realism in their design. A lot of these games, Metroid Prime included, they have atmosphere games. They have area music games. The theme plays on the structure, the accessibilities of the area. It's not really a traditional, stage theme. For example, take your Mega Man games, take your Ninja Gaiden games, take your old school Castlevania games. Those are like stage music. You know what I'm saying? They play for like 3 or 4 minutes. They loop around. The pace is based on what you're going through, and it dictates how you play the level. Uh, but the real thing I want to talk about is the lack of integrity when it comes to the so-called gaming media. And my big example is this, the infamous Game Explain. When you guys started coming doing videos right when I was retiring, I knew right then there was going to be an issue with just the gaming community, especially the Nintendo gaming community, because all they are is basically a YouTube version of Go Nintendo. And if most of you know, I used to kind of work with Go Nintendo. I provide them with content back in the day, early days, before they kind of blew up. You know what I'm saying? And that's another story. Why that didn't work out. But there's a certain point when you're it's about your hobby and you want to work, you want to have a job within your hobby, but at a certain point it's still work, it's still a job. And so you start doing things, you do whatever it takes to make sure that money, no clicks are coming in. You'll report on whatever news you can find, negative, positive, whatever. And also you want to be first. So sometimes facts don't matter. And what bothers me about Game Explain, this dude, he does this video talking about, the area, and then he talks about the Amiibo situation and how he feels on it. And he has every right to feel that way. I get it. My problem is, a week ago, before this game released, he did a video on the Amiibo functionality of the game. And in that video, it shows what it does. And he talked about it and kind of just like glossed over it. And even in a new video he did today, recently, he talks about, yeah, I actually covered it in a video, but I guess I forgot about it. Like, no, dude, you didn't forget about it. You were just, when you did a video, you just worry about being first with the content. And so you just did a video and just reported on it. And that's it. You really didn't read anything. You really didn't understand what you was reading, and you didn't break anything down. So if you did the first time, you would have known going in, this is going to be a thing within the game. And then from there, let people know in the first video, hey, this is what's going on, act accordingly. Instead, y'all guys do this stuff because y'all rush to me first. Something happens, and then you come play the whole shock. Oh, okay, I'm so appalled. Bullshit. No, dude, you should already known. You know what I'm saying? You should already known. If there's a sign that says wet, no, floor is wet, be careful. But your ass, glance at it and keep running instead of stop and read it, and then you slip and try to sue. Whose fault is it? It's your fault. You should have stopped and read the goddamn sign. It was right there. So when you do a video on the Amiibo functionality, you go make sure you thoroughly break down every functionality, understand what it is, and relay that information to the gamers. So then when the game come out, you say, well, hey, I told y'all this was going on, act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Instead, everybody playing this whole, oh, Nintendo got you. They trying to get us. No, dude, we knew a week in advance what was going on. We knew. It was there. They weren't hiding anything. So that's the bullshit I hate with this new era of gaming media, where it's at. It's not about integrity. It's all about being the first one, being fat, and being the first one on the scene with information. And these guys, their reporting is half-assed. You know what I'm saying? It's just they're chasing ambulance. You know what I'm saying? Not giving you the story behind the scene, what happened before, or how we got there. Is, hey, there's a wreck here. Come look. Not telling you that it was a chase that happened because someone robbed a bank and the police. None of the vital information you need. They're not giving you that. And so, really, guys, in the future, before you start complaining and crying about stuff, one, do your own research. You owe it to yourself as a gamer, as a person involved with this hobby, to know what you're getting into in every aspect. When it's coming out, who designed it, how much it's going to cost, is it something you want to play, all that kind of stuff. And then from there, hold the people who job is to give you information, hold them accountable. This dude could have told everybody a week ago what was going on, and instead he rushed the scene to be the first. And now there's an issue. He's now crying about saying, oh my God, we got bamboozled. No, dude, it was right there. You just didn't read it. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. This is your boy, the one, only Josie Dion. Till next time, peace.